Okay, you guys, welcome back. It is about to be an evening of celebrating the life and music of the legendary star of the stage and screen, Miss Debbie Reynolds. The talented woman paying tribute to Debbie tomorrow night, of course, is Julie Lynn Barber, of course, all with Actors Theater of Indiana and Feinstein's. I mean, this is going to be something so special. Tell me about what we can expect.
Well, she had such a vast career, so there are songs literally from vaudeville all the way up to 1960 at the Unsinkable Molly Brown. So she has Broadway songs. One of her Broadway shows had a lot of vaudeville material in it. And then some popular music, songs I grew up singing that my grandparents taught me. So some old favorites, some Great American Songbook.
So I would imagine, Julie, that's what connected you to doing even a performance, something like this, and a tribute to Debbie Reynolds.
Yes, well, seeing her later in life, I think people know her from all different, you know, from Will and Grace or Charlotte's Web or Singing in the Rain, and trying to put together this concert artist in the 80s with the Singing in the Rain person. I thought, who is this person? And then looking into her albums, and she just did such a wealth of work that some of these songs were kind of surprising to find that she had sung. That
really? This is some you weren't aware of, weren't familiar with, right?
Yeah.
What is this like for you to be able to be on stage with this crowd, performing a tribute with such an iconic woman?
It's perfect. So the venue, Feinstein's Hotel Carmichael, is just the most beautiful venue. I was lucky enough to get Clifton Allen Davis involved. So he's helped with some of the arrangements where we give honor to her arrangements, or we've kind of made our own. And ATI has just been a blessing to help make all of this happen, to get kind of theater life and concert life merged.
They do so much good work, I know. And tomorrow night, Feinstein's in Carmel. Come on out for just, I mean, it's going to be a beautiful treat. You say it's about an hour long.
Yep,
wonderful.
Some old favorites, maybe some things you didn't even know you knew.
I think so too. Okay, of course, the people want to hear us sing. We're going to let us sing. What are you going to sing for us this morning?
I'm going to sing a bit of Carolina in the Morning, which is an old song from the 20s.
Okay, Carolina in the Morning. Julie, take it away.
If I had Aladdin's lamp for only a day, I'd make a wish, and here's what I'd say. Nothing can be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning when the dawning turns the skies from black to blue, and nothing could be sweeter than my sweeter when I meet her when the cows awake, and there we go, they start right into moo. Listen to the story of the pretty morning glory as it twines around the little cabin door. But listen, you can hear the choir singing and the steeple bells are ringing, all the Carolina things that I adore. My mouth is getting sore, strolling with my girlie when the dew is pearly early in the morning, and the birdies on the trees begin to sing. Butterflies all flutter up and kiss each little buttercup, and everyone is here and just as happy as a king. If I had Aladdin's lamp for just a single day, and there's a lamp that I could wake a wish, here's what I would say. I'd say there's nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning when I'm not too out of breath. And if I had Aladdin's lamp for only a day, I would make a wish, and here's what I'd say. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning.
Oh, that was awesome. I don't know how she...
And then go back to singing.
And then you just do her thing.
Right after that.
And then so pretty up here.
And she thought we were all thinking, if I'm not out of breath. We were out of breath just watching.
I'm exhausted. That's faster than me talking.
That is going to play so well at Feinstein's. I mean, because it's such an intimate venue.
Yes,
Perfect
intimate setting.
Beautiful. You guys both, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Oh, I love that.